Initially, ang pinaka-famous before was the parakeets, or what they normally call before as the lovebirds. So, but in the last 5 years, I would say, the African lovebirds, or the agapornis, with the scientific name agapornis, has taken over with regards to the numbers. I would easily say that the African lovebirds is now the dominating breed of small exotic birds in the Philippines. In the last 5-7 years again, the Philippines, especially here in Southeast Asia, is a major exporter of African lovebirds. So we are a source of high-end or high-quality African lovebirds. It used to be Thailand, but when Thailand was hit by the avian influenza, Philippines took over. So we had that big opportunity to take over, and we did well. We took over Thailand, and we're now even exporting to major countries like even Thailand and Indonesia, China, Malaysia, name it. We export as far as Bahrain, Maldives. We should thank the Bureau of Animal Industry, the Department of Agriculture, for doing a very good job in keeping the Philippines bird flu free, because this is very, very advantageous for us, kasi we're able to export it. This area, ito yung parang pinaka high-end area namin. This is the section where most of the dun fallows that we have currently are being bred. So all these cages are basically dun fallows ang production. Why dun fallows? Because ito yung pinaka highest na demand at the moment, not only in the Philippines but in the whole world. So we have birds na you will see that are sometimes ordinary looking, but when you check on their nest box, yung mga babies nila are super, super rare. This area would have about 220 pairs, and then on the other side we'll have another 270, 280 pairs in total. So we have at least, I would say, 490 pairs of African lovebirds. Modesty aside, some international breeders, African lovebird breeders, came and visited the aviary. And in fact, Mr. Bloybergen himself has visited the aviary, and when he saw the collection, our collection, he told me that this is supposed to be the best collection of African lovebirds in the whole world. Why? Because out of the 9 subspecies of agapornis, we have 7. And of the 9, yung isa is almost extinct. There are several factors that led to the reason why the African lovebirds became #1, not only in the Philippines but all over Asia. The first reason would be yung easy keeping siya. They're so easy to manage. Etong African lovebirds or the agapornis, they're very sturdy. So matibay sila eh. So madali sila alagaan, wala silang problema sa feeds, hindi sila basta-basta namamatay, or hindi sila basta-basta tinatawag ng mga breeders, tumataob. Number 2, mutation-wise, marami silang mutations. When you talk of mutations, you talk about the colors. So ito, you range from the greens, from the reds, from the blues, from the violets, from the whites. So mas marami siyang binibigay na colors dun sa mga African lovebird breeders. These are the most sought after birds, not only in the Philippines but in the whole world. Currently, this mutation of African lovebirds are only present in 2 countries. Well, I'll say 3 countries now, because the first one is Belgium, the second is the Philippines, and we just exported a few of these mutations to Indonesia. Wala nito sa ibang mundo, dito lang sa atin. So the most number of collections in any part of the world is in the Philippines. They're not simply danfalos, they're not simply fishers, but ito yung mga high-end talaga. So you can see from the colors alone, mga violet, dark violet, then we have yung mauve here. So ito mga napaka-rare na mga ibon. Ito yung talagang pinagkakaguluhan ng lahat ng African lovebird breeders sa buong mundo. On this side is a very beautiful bird also. This is a fisher's lovebird. It's called the mauve Ewing opaline. One of the latest mutations that was produced in Belgium. We have it locally. We are now breeding this, and in fact, we are breeding this particular bird to some of the danfalos. Another bird that is very rare is this violet danfalo personata. So ito, this is a different subspecies. These are fishers. Ito ay personata. So the difference, makikita niyo yung ulo niya, dark siya. Unlike yung mga fishers, halos puti yung buong ulo. Ito, makikita niyo dito, yung ulo niya, grayish in color. So ito, this is also a fisher, but mauve naman ang color niya. So you have the violets, the mauve. This is what we call the light colored or light mauve. Ito yung true color ng mauve. So if we cross these 2 birds, if we pair them, cross them, yung ipuproduce na itong babies will be the first again in the world. We'd like to share one of our latest production, another first in the world. This is a far blue danfalo. So the parents are a danfalo and a far blue fisher. So again, first in the world, first produced in the Philippines. So big demand all over the world. I really wanted to produce the most rare mutations, and fortunately, we've been able to do that. You know, we're able to accomplish that, and eto dumami yung mga first in the world, first to produce in the world. Siguro we have hindi lang siguro mga 10 or 15 mutations of the agapornis in the whole world na first produced in the Philippines, produced in the Aviary. So sa amin, the reason we continuously import every year is because we want to continue producing healthy, most especially healthy birds na makapag-produce ng bagong mutations. So don't stop because you have some good ones, no? Because you have to bring in new materials, new lines, or new birds para i-outcross mo para dun sa iyong mga current stock. With the outcrossing of this, with the outcrossing of the new stocks dun sa inyong old stocks will produce you better looking birds, much healthier birds.